In the golden lands of Aram, where the sun painted the sands in shades of honey and rose, lived a young woman named Rebekah. Her laughter was gentle, her kindness bright as morning dew, and her heart always ready to serve. Every evening she walked to the village well with a jar balanced gracefully upon her shoulder. The well was the heart of her town, where women sang, camels rested, and stories floated in the air like petals in the wind. Far away, in the land of Canaan, Abraham, a wise old man, prayed for his son Isaac. Isaac was grown now, strong and faithful, but he was lonely. Abraham wanted a wife for him, someone who loved God and whose heart shone with kindness. So Abraham called his loyal servant and said, "Go to my homeland. Find a wife for my son, not from here, but from among my people. The Lord will guide you." The servant traveled with 10 camels and gifts of gold and silver. He crossed dusty plains and watched the stars move slowly across the night sky. When he finally reached Aram, he stopped by a well, the very well where Rebekah would soon appear. Tired and thirsty, he prayed softly, "Lord God of my master Abraham, please let the woman who offers me water and also offers water to my camels be the one you have chosen." As he opened his eyes, there she was. Rebekah approached with her water jar, her steps light and graceful. When the servant asked for a sip, she smiled kindly and said, "Drink, my lord." Then, without being asked, she hurried to draw water for all his camels until every one of them was satisfied. It was no small task. 10 camels could drink many jars full. But Rebekah did not complain. Her heart was joyful in serving others. The servant's eyes widened in wonder. His prayer had been answered. He gave her golden bracelets and a ring and asked, "Whose daughter are you?" Rebekah answered, "I am the daughter of Bethuel, son of Nahor." The servant bowed low and praised God, "Blessed be the Lord, who has led me straight to my master's family." That evening, Rebekah invited him to her family's home. Her brother Laban welcomed the guest, and her parents listened as the servant told them everything about Abraham, Isaac, and the prayer answered at the well. When he asked if Rebekah could come with him to marry Isaac, her family looked to her. Rebekah's eyes sparkled with both courage and peace. She said simply, "I will go." She left her home the next morning, riding atop a camel as the desert stretched endlessly before her. Her heart beat fast, not from fear, but from faith. She didn't know what awaited her, but she trusted God's path. After many days, they neared Canaan. In the distance, Isaac was walking in a field, meditating in the evening light. When Rebekah saw him, she covered her face with a veil, a sign of respect and purity. Isaac looked up and saw the caravan coming. When he learned that she was the woman God had chosen for him, his heart filled with peace. The two were married beneath the wide desert sky. The scriptures say, Isaac loved her, and he was comforted. But Rebekah's story didn't end there. For a long time, she and Isaac could not have children. Yet Rebekah never gave up hope. She prayed to God, and He heard her. In time, she felt life move within her. Twins. But even before they were born, they struggled inside her. She asked the Lord, "Why is this happening to me?" And God answered, "2 nations are in your womb, and the older will serve the younger." When her sons were born, she named them Esau and Jacob. Rebekah loved her children deeply. She watched them grow, each so different, Esau, wild and strong, Jacob, quiet and thoughtful. She remembered God's words and believed Jacob was meant for something greater. Years later, when Isaac was old and his eyes dim, he called Esau to bless him as the firstborn. But Rebekah remembered the promise, that the younger would be chosen. With a heart torn between love and destiny, she helped Jacob receive the blessing meant for Esau. It was a painful choice, yet through it, God's plan unfolded. Jacob would one day become Israel, the father of a great nation. Rebekah's faith, courage, and kindness shaped the story of God's people forever. So when you see a well, think of Rebecca, the girl whose simple act of kindness changed the course of history. For sometimes it's in the smallest gestures that God's greatest plans begin. And that was the story of Rebecca, the girl whose kindness at the well changed the story of a nation. She taught us that even the smallest act of goodness can be part of something much greater, when it's done with faith, love, and a willing heart. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to Rabbit's Foot Tales, where timeless stories come to life, one tale at a time. And if Rebecca's kindness inspired you today, leave a water drop emoji in the comments below.